Hi, good afternoon. So for today, I'm going to share with you one file. This is an Excel file that I'm always using whenever there's a shipment. Let's see if there are customers who's requesting for wholesale price for 100 quantities, 200 quantities, 1,000 pieces, or let's say bulk order. Let's say 25 cartons of items from different supplier from let's say Korea, Taiwan, and going to the UAE. So this file is called the CFR file. This CFR file will let you calculate what should be your selling price after all the expenses, after you entered all the expenses and fees or cost of the item. So let's go ahead and check. I'll give you one sample. And this product is very famous in the Philippines and also here in the UAE. The product is called Som by Me. I'll share it. I'll show you Som by Me toner. So this is the item. So if you can see, let's see, how much was it sold now? Som by Me, Som by Me, Som by Me, Som by Me toner. This one. How much are they selling this? I'm not sure. So my me toner. Let's put toner because there are soaps and some other. So my me toner is around 90. They're selling it at 85. Some are selling it at 159. It's a set. So let's see, for example, 85. 85 dirhams. Just keep in mind that amount, that price is 85 is being sold in the market. Now, let's go to my CFR file. We're going to calculate the CFR price for Som by Me. The currency will be AED since we are here in UAE, Dubai. The currency rate, the conversion rate from USD to AED is 3.685. So I'm just putting all the information that's needed in order to calculate for the CFR file. So we're trying to calculate the CFR file for Som by Me toner. Now, the price that I got from the supplier is this. I hope those sellers who's selling it right now will not be angry with me for sharing this, but this is the cost. Where's that? I tried to inquire because I would like to sell this item before because it's so in demand, but I didn't end up purchasing this. So it's 8.18 USD per piece. So na yun? CFR. So let's put it here. Ayaw niya. Let's put 8.18. That's the cost. And that particular supplier whom I spoke with, he said that the MOQ will be 300 pieces. He's asking me, can you order 300? The minimum order is 1,000 USD. Can you order 300 pieces? So let's go ahead and check. Let's see. Quantity 300 pieces. Now, as I mentioned, the CFR file or the CFR calculation will allow you to calculate how much will be the profit that you have to set to avoid any loss or to avoid any to make sure that you will have a profit at the end of your transaction or shipment. So you have to consider all the charges that's included on this particular shipment. What will be the possible charges? The first one is customs clearance. Customs clearance in Dubai, the maximum is 5%. It can be 1%, it can be 0%, but it depends. So let's just assume that it's going to be 5%. Let's use the calculator here. So 5% of which amount are we going to compute? 5% of the total. So 300 pieces times 8.18 per piece, that's going to be 2,454. 2,454 times 5%, That's going to give us 122. Let's just put 122. No. 122. So as I mentioned, it can be 0, it can be 1%, but until we receive the final invoice, or until we check the final customs clearance fee, we don't have the information yet. Now the VAT is going to be 5% as well. That's going to be the import VAT in UAE. So I'm talking for UAE alone. I'm not sure how much will be the import VAT and customs clearance for other countries, but this is just to show you and how you calculate the CFR price. For the freight, the supplier mentioned that it's gonna be around 70 to 80 kilograms for those for the quantity of, he mentioned 400, but let's say we have 70 kg. This is the file for the UPS. This is the tariff rate, because we have an account with UPS. So I'll show you on how you are projecting the freight charge. First, you have to check the country. Korea. It's gonna be coming from Korea. So Korea will be the sending country. So this zoning will be 4, because it depends on the zone. So it's saying that it's zone 4. Now you have to check on the receiving rate you're going to receive here in Dubai or UAE. So UPS Express import tariff, you're not going to use this because this one is going to be expensive for you. Express Plus, it's like 1 to 2 days you will have the item. So it's gonna be fast, but it's gonna be expensive. What we need is the UPS Express Saver. Now we are here now in the UPS Express Saver import tariff, and if we will be checking, this is the zoning: zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4. So we are checking zone 4 for 70 kg. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1299 is your rate. That's gonna be in AED. 1299 in AED. So aside from this, they have what we call the fuel charge. Am I recording? Okay. So there's a fuel charge of 19%. You're gonna add 19% fuel charge, 246. So that's gonna be 1,545 in AED. That's converted into USD, because we're calculating it in USD. 3.684. So all your costs and expenses should be in one currency. So you're going to have 419 for your, where is that? 419 for your freight charge. 419. So if you have any other charges, like let's say some other tracking charges or some other charges, that you can just put it here. It will automatically calculate what will be your expenses by quantity, expenses by value, and it will eventually give you how much you will be selling your item. Okay, so that's 122, 122, 419. Let's say, for example, didn't show you this. If you don't have any charges yet, your 8.18 cost should give you 8.18 selling price, because you don't have any expenses for this item. You did not set any profit as well. So, but we're going to set a profit later on. So let's say 122 is your customs clearance, 122 is your import VAT, and your freight charge is how much? 419. Now, with all this with all this charges or expenses that you are spending for this shipment, after all these charges should be, your item is now, the cost of your item now is 38.29, given that you don't put any profit on it. But of course, we're doing business to have some margin. So as I mentioned a while ago, at the beginning of the video, just remember the price that some sellers are giving are using for the item. So let's say 80. At around 80 AED, how much are they getting for this? So let's set the profit at 50. At 50% margin, your selling price should be 57.43 AED. But that is not the selling price. The selling price is around 80. So let's say 70. Still not 80. Still not 90. Still not 100% profit. Maybe 76. It's near to 80. That's if you want to be 100% sure. Let's see. Okay. So it's 80. If they are selling it at 80 with the 300 pieces, they're earning 12,000. This is the profit that you will have. 12,635. Now, how much is that in peso? 12,635 times 13.5. Let's assume that the rate is 13.5 because sometimes it's 13.7 or 13.8. But to be safe, it's gonna be 13. We're going to use 13.5. So 170,000 in peso will be the profit or margin of a seller who's able to sell 300 pieces of some by me to um, end users or the retail end users, the buyers. But let's say, for example, let's use peso. Um, ano ba yun? Ginawa. Peso. The currency rate, $1 to peso will be 50, right? Yeah. So, as I know before, some by me is being sold at around 1,000, so this is correct. So your profit will be 171,000 in peso or 3,428 in USD. But right now, since there's a lot of suppliers in the market, and the demand went down, as per my understanding. So they're selling it at around 800 only. So they changed, let's say, their margin to 70%. Let's say 60. Let's say 50. So if they're selling it at the some by me toner at around 779, they're earning 700. Sorry, they're earning 77,925 in peso or 1,558 in USD for every 300 pieces of bottles they were able to sell for this toner. So this is just a representation on how the calculation, of course, this is not used for this particular item. We are using this for the sensors and controllers and some other items that's for the industrial automation. And so I'm going to give this CFR file, this Excel file to anyone who would subscribe to my channel or just send me a message, send me an email, send me a message in Facebook, YouTube, or WhatsApp. I'll just give this file to you. All right? Thanks.